My name is Yadgar Marani. I am the CEO and co-founder of Lezzoo. Lezzoo is an on-demand delivery service that delivers from a range of different products, such as food from restaurants, groceries, fresh markets, electronics, and so on and so forth. And now we have expanded our services to cover payments, so where we have our own in-app wallet, including our own peer-to-peer deliveries, where any customer can deliver anything to any other peer if they wish to do that. So Lezzoo is the first Iraqi startup that was funded by Y Combinator, one of the leading accelerators in the globe. And right now we're on the path of building a digital infrastructure for Iraq, starting from payments to mapping and addressing, essentially make a super app for the country, and we are going to be the first super app for Iraq. Well, it was definitely a tremendous help for Lezzoo, in the sense that we did have connections with investors previous to NIF, but what NIF the gap that NIF filled was that you need investors who understand Iraq and the dynamics of Iraq. So having an investor which hasn't had any previous experience in the Iraqi market is quite challenging for the investor to understand the potentials of the Iraqi market and the challenges that it carries with itself. But with the NIF conference, we managed to meet a lot of individuals who have previously participated and contributed in Iraq. And when they saw our story, it was almost like a perfect match for as a story, as a local successful story in Iraq, as well as these investors who have been looking for these opportunities for some time. I think it was quite successful in the sense that we managed to find each other, and it was a great match making. And so far, it's been going great, honestly. Well, I think with the USAID-funded Nineveh Investment Facilitation Initiative, there can be a lot that we can do collaboratively between Lezzoo as a startup that is established, let's say, to a certain extent, a foundation. From that foundation, we believe, and we have spoken about this with USAID, and to further consolidate this initiative is to have workshops, and potentially us bringing all the insight we've gathered so far from a practical standpoint. I think Lezzoo can bring that a lot in terms of course, there's a side of entrepreneurship which is theoretical or theory based. And when you look at the practical side, it may sometimes be irrelevant because Iraq has a much more challenging market. Plus, the barriers to entry are much higher. So when you have a startup that has already built a foundation and has some, let's say, unique insight, I think that can be contributed to the program. And with that, we can help entrepreneurs across the country, in particular in Nineveh, to reestablish themselves and to ensure that they're on the right path in growing the businesses and ventures.